Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Tarot Talk. I'm Tommy, and I'll be hosting your weekly reading today. We're going to dive right in with a super quick overview, but please do stick around after that so we can do an in-depth reading. All right, starting out, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands. Okay, so Aquarius, it seems to me that there's a lot of thinking going on here, some decisions ahead. All right, we're starting off with the Knight of Pentacles, and here we've got this black, beautiful horse, and the knight on here is just holding this one pentacle, looking longingly at it, but also looking kind of at the path ahead. Symbolizes some expansion, maybe the thought of doing something new, starting something new here for sure, but not quite sure which direction to proceed, wanting to make sure that you're proceeding in the most educated way about the situation. Now, it looks like with the Six of Swords, there's also something that you are either contemplating leaving, or maybe leaving behind. Could also be that you're sailing towards something. I say all of that for these reasons. So you have these three people, they're in this boat, backs are all turned us, so they're rowing away from us. Down here in this corner, you can see this choppy, rough water. But out here ahead, where they're sailing to, is this smooth water, kind of like smooth sailings ahead. Now you've got these six swords that are plunged in the front of the boat here, indicating lessons learned. Now, I always say that doesn't necessarily mean that you've learned exactly six lessons. It just means there's some type of bundle of lessons, at least more than one, that you've learned here recently, and you're going to be carrying that with you, but almost in a positive way. Like, I've learned the lessons I was meant to learn back here. Now I'm sailing away from this situation. Now, the thing is, you're a little bit challenged in moving forward. You are carrying a lot of weight here, a lot of responsibility, a lot of tasks, or there's a lot of something that you're carrying. So, Ten of Wands, he's carrying this bundle of wands, each step a little bit harder than the last. He's slowing down, he's running out of energy, but what Spirit is encouraging us to know here is that he's almost there. There's this town that's in the distance here, but it's not so far of a distance. He's come a long way carrying this load, and he's just about there. So this is the card of keep going. With it being a 10, that also indicates the end of a cycle is near. So this chapter, this lesson learning era here, is just about to draw to a close. And I know it's been heavy and you've been carrying a lot, but you're almost there, Aquarius. All right, let's go a little bit deeper here. We're going to do the Celtic cross spread here in just a minute, but before we do, I just want to see how you're showing up. This one was meant for you. How are you showing up in the situation? Page of Swords. Okay, not incredibly surprising here. So again, well, first, let me tell you, you've got this figure there, and it's like they're bracing for the storm. They're bracing for change. It looks like there's a storm that is blowing through here, or maybe one that is just passed. It's kind of a windy environment, but they're standing here with the sword of knowledge, and they're ready to engage. They've been through a battle, but they're ready to keep going if they need to. They're facing challenges head on. They're not running from them. So I think that's just going to further solidify here that as you're sailing forward or sailing away into these calmer seas, it's not that you are running away from something. Same here. You've been carrying a lot. You've learned a lot, and you stand ready to face the other challenges that life may throw your way. You've learned what you've meant to learn here. Now, the Page of Swords does remind us that life is all about learning, and so you're never completely finished learning. And while you are carrying those lessons learned with you, there always could be more to come, but I'm thinking the storm is beyond you. You have weathered the storm. It's just figuring out how to go forward from here as this cycle draws to a close. So again, we're going to go deeper with a Celtic cross spread. We're going to do past, present, future, get into your subconscious a little bit and your conscious to see what is going on. Please do keep in mind this is a general reading. So if this is not resonating with you, please do leave it behind or share it with somebody who you think could benefit from the message. I would invite you to stay for the entire reading because something may come out later that is meant for you, even if this initial part is not yet. If you are going to stick around with us, please do hit that subscribe button for me. It is completely free. It doesn't cost you anything to do that, and it really helps support the channel. It will allow me to keep bringing these readings to you week after week. Appreciate that. All right, let's take a look at what your challenge is or your direct obstacle. Wow. Twice here, you've got the Knight of Pentacles right out of the gate coming up in your reading. So again, it's really just about you're needing to learn more about this path that you want to go on. You need to weigh all options. You're wanting to proceed. You are wanting to row away, sail into these calmer seas. I think you're just not 100% sure how to get there yet, or maybe which path is the best path for you to take. I'm not sure if this is going to be financial because the pentacles are showing up here, or this could be something spiritual, a new spiritual journey that you're thinking about going on. It could be maybe a new relationship or closing a relationship that you weren't happy in. So I'm not sure what the situation is just yet, but we're going to learn more. And again, speaking of learning, you have two cards here that's showing up saying, look, let's learn about what path, even if you're drawing that knowledge from within. Let's take a look at your subconscious here and see what's going on. Okay, well, Eight of Wands, not surprising being that you've already got the Ten of Wands. You see all these wands flying through the air. They're all going in the same direction. So there's definitely a lot of layers to this situation to try to figure out what you want to do that's going to make you the happiest. I also typically say when that card comes out that you've got a lot of irons in the fire. So there's a lot for you to sort through, and it seems like everything is moving really fast around you right now, but you're kind of wanting to slow down a little bit with this Knight of Pentacles and really take your time. And I think Spirit is reinforcing that that's the right thing to do. Even with the wind rushing by you here is the Page of Swords, and others may be trying to force you into making a decision. We want that decision right now. Sometimes the best thing we can do is just stand still and reflect and look within, but also seek outside guidance on whatever we need to make our appropriate decision, again, that's going to align with your best self. Let's see what's happened in your recent past. Okay, recent past, there was a loss of some type here. You've got the Five of Cups, and this person is here in this black cloak and really concentrating on these three spilled cups. This can represent some type of grief. Again, some kind of loss. It could have been a monetary loss. You could have lost a person. There might have been a job loss. There's something, again, the end of a relationship, I think I mentioned earlier. Somehow you are really focused on that loss. And I think what Spirit is saying here is that maybe why you're a little bit challenged on how to move forward, because you're so focused on the past right now. So this figure is looking down at those cups, again, just really lost, stuck in the thought of the loss here. They're not turning around to see that there are these two cups behind them. I also always resonate with this water here, this river, and there's this arched bridge, which signifies a very solid foundation. And it's kind of like if this person would just look up and look around, they would find two full cups behind them, and they'd also find the bridge over troubled water here. So there is a way to get past this, and it seems to be right there available to them, but they've got to kind of open up and stop focusing so much on the loss and the hurt in this situation that they're able to start focusing on the path forward. This may be why you're at a little bit of a standstill right now, because you can't get past the grief to be able to move forward and start dissecting the layers here. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in your conscious mind, what you are aware of. Page of Cups. Again, we're talking about learning. We're talking about how you know that your cup could be full here. There's kind of this surprise fish jumping out of there that if you just had the right knowledge, if somehow this knowledge was bestowed on you and something kind of pointed the path forward for you, that you know you could be happy if you could just get out of this situation and get out of this grief area. If you were able to cut through all the BS here, right? All the stuff that's flying at you and all the stuff that you're being rushed to decide, if you just had a minute to stop and reflect, that you know you'd be able to find your happiness and find your correct path forward. So that's good. That's good, Aquarius, that you know that you know that you will find the path forward. Let's take a look at your near future. Near future, you've got the star. And I love the star because it always represents to me that you are the star of the show. So with this, you're the star of your life, and that others look upon you as if you are a star in their life as well. So you have this bright, beaming energy within you. It just might be a little bit buried right now, again, by the grief and the loss that you're having. But here, the stars show up to also tell you that there's divine guidance. So again, it's going to be kind of about looking around, looking within you, and even looking to your spiritual and your higher self here. There's balance coming in the future. There's abundance out here, and Spirit is going to light the way for you. So this is one of those times, I'm going to say again, this would be a time to, as you're wanting to be in this standstill, first of all, make time for it. Don't let others force you into what needs to be done. Find a way to find some time, first of all, to meditate and journal, give gratitude back to the universe, and let's start working on releasing some of this weight that you don't need to carry. Recognize that the lessons were learned here and that it's okay that you learned those lessons, and it's okay to move forward in life. Let's take a look at how you see yourself. You see yourself with the 9 of Cups. So I'm hoping that means you see this in the near future. This is where your cups are full, you're happy, you're satisfied, you are fulfilled. There's also, notice the cups are sitting on this arched table, and as I mentioned back here with this arch bridge over troubled water, that you've got, that arches typically in tarot represent solid foundations, right? It's built on something good. So I think you see yourself building and carving out your new happiness. Once again, you're just not quite sure how to go about it, but you see that in your future. And once again, that's good, because all signs are pointing to, it's coming. You just don't quite know how to get there yet, or which path is the right path. I think that's all going to be self-reflection here. And again, looking to divine guidance. All right, let's see your external forces here, external influences. So externally, there's something going on where it's either you or someone around you is not seeing the cups as full, right? There are these 3 cups here, but it's almost like this person is very disinterested in what's going on. Now, coming out of the clouds here, almost out of nowhere, is this other cup saying, hey, I'm here and I'm giving you everything you ever wanted. It's right here. You just have to look over and grab it to be happy. So externally, I think this is very much in the literal sense that this cup kind of coming out of nowhere is, again, just saying, it's Spirit's way of saying you are being offered here, or will be very soon in the next few days, a clear path forward, but you're going to have to be ready to see it. So as you're pausing here to do your self-reflection, really open up, let's see, the path forward may not look like how you thought it was going to look. It may come out of an unconventional place or an unexpected place, or even from someone unexpected, this idea. Whatever it is, it's going to almost show up out of nowhere. And when it does, that's going to confirm these emotional beginnings and this happiness here. It's going to realign you to being the star of the show. But don't blink, because you might miss the opportunity. It's just going to suddenly appear. So be open to anything that comes your way while you're doing this self-reflection. What's your hopes and fears here? Your hopes and fears is you're wanting a new connection, a new relationship, or the connections that you've already built to be strengthened. I think you're hoping for some divine blessing over this union, and this card showing up here is saying that, yes, this is the right thing for you. You need not fear that you're going to make the wrong decision, that, again, with this divine guidance, you're going to be finding your happier self even. This might be you meeting yourself here in a more positive light, letting go of this grief and this loss back here, Again, learning from the lessons of whatever it is that you lost, but being able to move forward in a more harmonized kind of way, even if that's just being in harmony with yourself and with the divine. So really find some time to do that here. It could represent, though, also, again, with something coming out of nowhere when you least expect it, this could indicate some type of connection, a new friendship, a new relationship, some type of like-minded individual there or thought. So again, could be you internally getting reintroduced or reacquainted with yourself, could be somebody outside, but something positive is coming very soon for you there. Let's take a look at the outcome. Outcome is we need to move forward here. So you may have noticed I turned that around. It showed up reversed. All right. And so first I want to talk about the upright meaning. So the Four of Swords shows up here, and some people get a little spooked by this imagery, but it's really about taking a nap, taking a rest, self-reflection, rest, relaxation, not moving too far ahead. I think in yours, with it showing up reversed, it's actually telling you the opposite. That, while all of this may be flying at you fast, you don't have to rush forward, but you do need to take some type of forward step. You need to get some momentum. You can't stand perfectly still here, just idolizing what you're thinking about doing or what you want to happen. We can sit still and wish and wish and wish all day, but if we don't take any action, then we're never going to see any results. If we do the same, we get the same. It's also telling you to, that yes, it is time to move forward with these lessons. The grief was hard, and it's okay to carry some of that grief or the memories with you, but try to shift your focus. Instead of focusing on what you lost and what you don't already have, be grateful for what you had during the time you had it, and also show gratitude and give thanks for what you do still have. Don't lose sight of everything that you do have because you're so focused on what you don't have. So it's time to start taking steps forward, even if they're just baby steps, especially when this new opportunity presents itself. Let's take a look at your shadow card. Okay, you've got the moon here. So again, the moon can be both positive and negative, or it can be a positive, I don't want to say negative. It can be a positive light, but it can also give you some warnings. Okay, so right now it looks like a new path is being lit for you. There is something, some way forward that you're seeing here, or will be seeing very soon. And I think the path was there the whole time, but it was hidden in the dark. And now all of a sudden the full moon's light is casting light on this path, this new journey that you never gave a thought to before or never realized was right in front of you the whole time. The caution here is the moon can sometimes indicate illusions or mystery. So just don't fall into an illusion. Don't be duped. So again, that's, I think, just reinforcing that it's time to start moving forward on this journey, but there's no need to rush it right now. Take some action, but you don't have to be full speed ahead. It's not telling you to rush. Baby steps are key here, but key to moving in the correct into some type of forward moment there, or forward motion there. Wow, sorry, I got stuck. It was like more messages were trying to come through, but I'm not getting them clearly. Let's take a look at your Cosmic Wisdom Oracle card and see what other message we can get here. So you've got Aries energy. Your fiery passion fuels your actions, and your determination lights the way. Remember, though, patience can be just as powerful as haste. So there again, you need to move forward. There is going to be something that I think you're going to find some passion about, but patience can be as powerful as haste, which is, I think, kind of reinforcing also, don't fall for an illusion. New things are going to be coming at you, new opportunities, a new path forward will be lit, but don't feel like you have to rush it. Everything will come in good time, but also don't stand still. Sorry, I know that's kind of silly, but it's, again, I just keep coming to forward motion, but slow forward motion. All right, we're going to take a look at your Akashic Records Oracle card here. It's saying release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. Okay, so if there's toxic people here that are holding you back, if somebody is discouraging you from moving forward or making you carry all of their weight, this would be a time to check that and then release it, because it's not serving you to carry their burdens. Now, it's also, again, you want to release that negative, even if it's just your own toxic thoughts here, you're wanting to release that negative energy as well. It's time to let this go and keep moving forward with what you're meant to move forward with. So I hope that helps. Please remember to like and subscribe if this did resonate with you. It really helps grow the channel. Make sure you're looking within this week and just start taking your baby steps forward into this new journey. Eyes open for anything that comes seemingly out of nowhere. That could be your positive path forward. All right, have a great week, and I will see you next week.